I was just chatting to my partner about celebrating life, the joy of this world that we exist in right now. So there's some cheesy words, right? But ultimately finding that joy and that gratitude for life is kind of important. It's really important. If we don't find the gratitude for life, how can we enjoy life? And the thing is, when I used to have this condition, when I used to tic, like, every moment was filled with frustration. Every moment was filled with annoyance and anger and self-loathing and frustration and like self-judgment and like constantly analyzing and worrying about what other people would think of me. Right, that was what I lived through, in, of, and as for 20 years of my life. And yeah, then I found tools, I found practices, I committed to moving beyond this thing that we call a tic, or motor tic, Tourette's, chronic tics, vocal tics, this stuff, you know. And now I'm like living in paradise, surrounded by beautiful green lush trees in Thailand. Yeah, just in joyous celebration. And I don't share this to rub it in. I don't share this to encourage you to compare yourself or these kind of things. I share this because, like, I want to inspire people, and I feel as if the work that I do does inspire people. I try to, as much as I can, to inspire, to encourage, to offer hope. And again, especially parents of children who have this condition say to me, "Darren, you're our last hope. Darren, you offer so much hope. Darren, like if you look and read about this condition all over the web in different medical websites and doctors' websites, it all sounds so depressing and so fearful and so worrisome, and no wonder people are like freaking out a bit, and you know, things ain't changing, and people have succumbed to the belief that they're just going to live with this condition forever." I'm like, no. Anything can be overcome. Yeah, you might not be able to grow wings and fly, but you can put on a parachute or go paragliding. Are you getting my point? It's like, yeah, these things are possible. Anything's possible, especially, you know, allowing your body to stop moving by itself. Like, far greater miracles have been seen, discovered, and felt in a lifetime of a human being, right? Than stopping your body from moving. And so if there's still a part of you that doesn't believe that you can get out of this or stop this or remove the obsessive, compulsive, habit that you found yourself in, know right now that that is an illusion. That belief that you have that you can't is an absolute illusion. It's a fabrication of the mind. It can be poked with a pin and it can just poof, pop right out of your head. You just pop right out of your head. You don't need it. You don't need it. So if you let go of the belief that you think you're going to live with this forever, okay, let go of that. Gone. What's left? What's left? Oh, I can definitely do this. I can definitely move beyond this. I can definitely imagine, see, feel what it's like with absolute serenity in my being. Absolute calmness, gentleness, and peace as I move through life. It's doable. We find ourselves in these patterns of mind because we've created the patterns of mind, right? Now, whether you created them consciously or unconsciously, right, doesn't matter. But it is the creation of the habits of mind. A tic is just an addiction, similar to an addiction of coffee or chocolate or power and money or sex or alcohol or drugs. It's an addiction. The body is addicted to moving. It's addicted to moving, right? It's become addicted to feeling this thing, because maybe beyond that, there is another feeling that's uncomfortable, right? Like all addictions, right? We numb ourselves to feel this thing, these highs or whatever it is that we get out of this reoccurring pattern in our life. But actually, where the healing is, where the opportunity to let go and relax and come back to balance and equilibrium and move beyond these things, it's feeling what's behind the addiction. For tics, it's learning to feel what's behind, before, underneath the tic. That's it. That's it. And in order to feel what's behind, before, or underneath the tic, we must learn to cultivate the space, the presence, the awareness around the tic, in the tic, through the tic, in the space between the tic. We do that through simple embodiment, intimacy, mindfulness, breathwork practices to learn to connect with ourselves. If we learn to connect with ourselves deeper, the body doesn't move because you're connected to it. If you learn to connect to yourself deeper, the body don't move because you're with it. It's that simple. It's really that simple. Now the journey is learning to connect to yourself, right? The journey is learning to remember you. Remember who you are. Remember where you've come from. Remember the subtleties of what this life is and can be, and what you can create here, and what this incredible thing is. Life. Life. You know, in a time gone past, in previous cultures or ages, you know, we would call the thing that I'm pointing to God. That word is, you know, icky and fueled with all sorts of stuff these days that we don't like using that word. But learning to deeply connect with you is important, and does allow you to see the truth of what you are, and the peace and relaxation that's available in that, and the trust and the hope and the realization that the body doesn't need to be playing out these absurd addictive behaviors. It doesn't need it. Just doesn't need it. I'm seeing, like, my clients and stuff, you know, they go and see neurologists and psychologists and neuroscientists, and they have MRI scans, and they go to this specialist and this expert, and they're spending like thousands and thousands of dollars on all these different experts who they think they're going to get an answer from, a pill, a solution to their issue and their problem. And I'm like, the only thing you got to do is start looking inside, looking at the part of you that's creating the movements. And our medical system isn't built for that, because it don't really make any money. The medical establishment is set up to make as much money as it can. Good old Big Pharma. Anyway, the point being is that this condition is easier than to move beyond than most people realize. And hopefully seeing a little bit of lightness in a somewhat often dark place can be beneficial and supportive. Hence the way I speak like I speak, and I share how I speak, and I share how I share. It's just, this is me. This is who I am now, having been through what I've been through. And I have a lot of joy now, having been through what I've been through. But it was very infuriating for many years for me. And very dark, and a lot of anger towards myself, because it was myself that was doing it. It's nobody else that's doing this to you. It's you that's doing this. And it's about taking responsibility and ownership over the part of you that is doing the movements. Nobody else is doing it. You are doing it. It's coming through really strong right now, isn't it? It's like you're doing the movements. And I know you don't want to hear that. No, it's not me. It's not me. No. It's just happening. No, you are doing it. A part of you is doing it. Now, it's a part of you that you're not aware of because it's happening by itself. But it's you. It's not like Bob down the street, right? It's not your mother, right? It's you. It's you. And so my message to you today is to take back responsibility for your tic. Own it. Claim it. You are that tic. And so if you want to be angry at it, know that you are just pouring anger at yourself. If you're frustrated at it, know that you are just creating frustration in yourself. If you want to blame it, just know that you are blaming yourself. All of that is poison. It's all poison. So today, I'm on one today, guys. Yeah, I mean, look, this is the frankness of what I see. The frankness. Having worked with hundreds now of people one-on-one, and thousands that have been through my course, my online programs. Like, we gotta take responsibility for the condition. If you have it, if it's yours, you gotta claim it. You claim it by saying, I am that, I see that, I know that, that is me. I'm gonna make a change now. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move beyond this. I'm gonna stop this. And you claim it and you say yes. You don't say, no, my tic. Oh. You hear me? You hear me? I'm being playful today. And maybe it's triggering some of you. But this is where we're at. This is where we're at. No messing around now. It's time. Alright, sending my love. Drop me a comment. Hit like, hit subscribe. Let me know how it's going. And I'll post another video soon. Okay, ciao.